Living with a narcissist can be a roller coaster ride of emotional highs and lows. It's often challenging to pinpoint their intentions, especially when it comes to the end of your relationship. However, there are 3 telltale signs that a narcissist is preparing to discard you. Narcissistic discard refers to the final stage in a relationship with a narcissist, where they decide to end the relationship and cut ties with their partner. This phase is characterized by the narcissist's complete emotional withdrawal and disregard for the other person's feelings or well-being. It's important to understand that narcissists have a cycle of behavior in relationships: idealization, devaluation, and discard. During the idealization phase, they shower their partners with attention and affection, making them feel special and loved. However, this is nothing but a manipulative tactic to gain control over the other person. The devaluation phase follows, where the narcissist begins to criticize, belittle, and generally make their partner feel worthless. This phase can be very confusing and emotionally draining for the victim, who may still remember the idealization phase and hope for a return to those happier times. Finally comes the discard phase. The narcissist, having drained their partner of their emotional resources, decides to end the relationship. They often do this abruptly and without explanation, leaving their partner feeling confused, hurt, and betrayed. The initial and most noticeable sign that a narcissist is preparing to discard you is emotional detachment. Narcissists, notorious for their lack of empathy, often go into overdrive with this trait when they're gearing up to cut ties. This emotional distance manifests itself in a chilling coldness, an unshakable aloofness, and an alarming indifference to your feelings, needs, and overall well-being. Where once they may have feigned interest in your daily activities or shown a semblance of concern for your feelings, now, you'll notice a marked decrease in their engagement with you. Their responses to your shared experiences may dwindle. The questions about your day, once routine, may cease altogether, replaced by silence or distractions. Your emotional state, which ideally should be a matter of concern in a healthy relationship, becomes trivial to them. If you become upset, instead of offering comfort or understanding, they will dismiss your feelings as inconsequential or accuse you of overreacting. This escalating emotional detachment is a massive red flag indicating their intent to sever ties. Recognizing their intention can be painful, but it's crucial to acknowledge it as the first step towards understanding their discard phase and protecting your emotional health. The second of the 3 signs the narcissist is preparing to discard you is a sharp surge in criticism and devaluation. Narcissists are adept at using criticism as a potent tool to assert control and dominance in a relationship. When they're on the brink of discarding you, they often amplify this tactic, deploying a barrage of belittlement and degradation designed to shatter your self-esteem, sow seeds of insecurity, and foster an unhealthy dependency on them. Their criticisms can range from subtle jibes to overt mockery. They will downplay your achievements, trivialize your efforts, or deride your ambitions, all in an attempt to make you feel small and insignificant. They will also incessantly nitpick your actions, finding fault where none exists, and painting you as the perennial wrongdoer. This strategy is not random but calculated. By diminishing your self-worth and fostering self-doubt, they maintain their hold over you. Moreover, by making you feel inadequate, they create a scenario where their impending departure seems justified, thereby absolving themselves of guilt or remorse. The third of the 3 signs the narcissist is preparing to discard you is a sudden and drastic shift in their behavior. This change can take a myriad of forms, each more perplexing and disconcerting than the last. They may develop an intense interest in new hobbies or activities, seemingly out of the blue. Their free time, which was once spent with you, is now dedicated entirely to these newfound passions. Alternatively, they might start spending an inordinate amount of time away from home, offering vague or evasive reasons for their absences. Their work, too, could become an unexpected focal point. You might notice them immersing themselves in work-related tasks, using professional commitments as an excuse to avoid spending time with you. Simultaneously, they might start instigating arguments over minor issues. These conflicts, often baseless and unnecessarily heated, serve to further the distance between you. They might also begin making unreasonable demands, setting expectations that are impossible to meet, and then criticizing you for your perceived shortcomings. These behavioral changes are not random but strategic, designed to create a chasm and rationalize their impending departure. More often than not, they will manipulate the narrative, blaming you for their altered behavior with accusations like, "You're suffocating me," or "Your actions are forcing me to seek space." Facing narcissistic discard can be a deeply distressing and emotionally taxing experience. However, there are several strategies you can employ to safeguard your mental and emotional health during this challenging time. Prioritize self-care. Amidst the turmoil, don't forget to take care of yourself physically, emotionally, and mentally. Engage in activities that bring you joy and peace. Establish boundaries. Setting clear boundaries is crucial when dealing with a narcissist. Define what behavior is acceptable and what isn't, and let them know when they've crossed the line. Seek support. Reach out to trusted friends, family members, or a mental health professional. Sharing your experiences and feelings with others can provide much-needed relief and perspective. Educate yourself. Understanding narcissistic behavior can help you make sense of what you're experiencing. Practice emotional detachment. Try to detach emotionally from the narcissist. This doesn't mean ignoring your emotions, but rather not allowing the narcissist's behavior to dictate your emotional state. Recognizing the signs that a narcissist is about to discard you is a heart-wrenching journey, filled with confusion, distress, and profound sadness. The emotional detachment, the devaluation, and the sudden change in behavior are all strategic moves in their game of manipulation and control. However, understanding these signs can arm you with the knowledge you need to navigate this challenging phase. The most important thing to remember is that the narcissist's actions are not a reflection of your worth or value. Their inability to empathize, their tendency to manipulate, and their readiness to discard people when they no longer serve their purpose are indicative of their own issues and shortcomings, not yours. It can be a tough road, but remember, there is life beyond a relationship with a narcissist. You have the strength and resilience to overcome this, and in doing so, open the door to healthier, more fulfilling relationships in the future. For more information about narcissists and narcissistic abuse, visit www.carlacorelli.com.